What is happening, guys? Welcome back to a new episode of our survival multiplayer series. This is episode 5, and today we are going to be trying to finish our underground farm hub. Our underground farm hub. And we have our villager zombies that we are currently in the process of moving, and let's get to it. So I'm currently trying to figure out how to get them out of this cauldron into a minecart, and I think this might be our best way. If we shoot them off of here and they fall down onto a rail, I do not believe they take fall damage. That worked wonderfully. Okay. I guess maybe what I should have done is put a powered rail there, but that is okay. Hopefully this creeper doesn't blow us up. I think we can do something like that, and if we just get a quick little push, come on. Oh, so close. Not quite enough. Nope, not enough either. Woo, all right, look at that. Okay, let's try and get him. Come on. I hope. Yeah, wonderful. Okay. So I think over here what we're going to do is we're actually going to place the cauldron, I think right about here, even though it goes closer. And we're just going to push it with a piston all the way up against the bed. Because I don't want the villagers somehow like going to sleep and then waking up and then thinking they can get on this cauldron and then escaping from my clutches. Okay, so I think at about this level, we want an open fence gate, and then we would like a bucket of water right there. So we are looking at block -18, -19, 27. And we are just gonna take this, oops, okay. And we are gonna take that all the way to the top there. And you know what, let's, not like that. Let's go ahead and grab a piece of glass so we can see him sitting in there nice and comfortably, just with a peek. And the reason I have this block here is to block the villagers' line of sight so they don't spawn any iron golems before I am ready. Okay, so we have our glass there, so we should be just about ready to knock our friend in there. Okay, so this is our setup here. We have an activator rail here, which should pop the zombie out when the minecart goes over it. Now, because we have all of these blocks here, the zombie's head will be able to go through this glass while it's in the minecart because it's a transparent block, but he won't be able to, I believe he won't be able to actually land anywhere that these blocks are inhabiting the headspace, so it'll force him onto this block here, which is actually not the right block, so we're going to have to change this real quick. Oh, I'm so glad that I caught that before I actually tried to do this. Okay, so that is the block that we want him to land on, not this one. Well, I hope. Okay, well, we're going to give it a shot. We're going to give it a shot and see if it works. All right, fingers crossed. Oh, the lever situation was perfect. Please, 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 please. Beautiful. Okay, yep, it worked exactly the way we wanted it to. Now all we should have to do is break this, and there he goes. And he is down there. We should go down there relatively quickly to double check that he's not standing on the lip of the cauldron and turning into a drowned. I guess as a drowned it would still work. So that would actually be fortunate. Nope, but everything is going perfectly as planned. So what we are going to do, I am going to need some half slabs. Put that there. Put that there. Put this here. So he cannot get out, and these are bottom slabs, so they should be spawn-proof for iron golems, I think. We're actually going to run this farm. Oh, why did I do that? He wasn't actually in. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, we're going to see if we can get him trapped back in here. Ouch. Oh, Lord. Okay, all right. things are not going great at this point. I guess I should have confirmed that he was actually in the cauldron and could not escape. Maybe what we can do is something like this. Okay, yes, and he can't pathfind because he can't jump over this. I guess what we could do... Oh, this is dangerous. Okay, wait, I have an idea. I have an idea. Okay, alright. And then if we just break that... And I don't have a bucket of water. Okay, but we got him back in there. That's the important thing. All we have to do now is... I wonder if I have... no, I don't. I need to make a bubble elevator. Okay, so what I think we might be able to do is that. Place that there. He won't be able to jump up, but he's trying. Okay, that's all right. There we go. Yes, and we don't want to push him over while it's sleepy time for the villagers. Or at least we want to keep this block here so they cannot... Ah! Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to place a piston there. We need to push this over one more. Okay, so I believe this should now be working. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, so this looks like it is now working. Wonderful. So our iron farm, or our first iron farm, is now producing iron. So now all we got to do is get the second one in there, and things should be good to go. Okay, so this is going to take a little bit more finagling. Actually, no, something like that. So he shouldn't be able to jump out. There we go. Oh, this is not in the correct spot. That's okay. What we can do, we need this to be one higher. Get our piston here. Stop trying to sleep! And we just do that. And then we should be able to come over here very, very quickly. Oh, no! No! Oh, crap. I don't know what to do about this. Okay. That actually, I believe, should... Shoot. That's not precisely what we wanted. Ugh, I did not want to use my gold for this. Terrible, terrible occurrence. Okay. That was my fault, though. I should have made sure it was not close to nighttime, so they were not sleeping. That was how we say, my bad. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. And then we're just going to wait until he is back to normal. Oh, and then the other thing we have to do is we have to make sure that the zombie cannot be seen. No. Did he? Yeah, he already deconverted. Wow, that was crazy fast. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. Okay, okay. No, stop it! Okay, they're like this. And then, see, buddy, yeah, you can come over here. Great. Come over here. Hey, guy, come here. Oh, yeah, there we go, there we go. Yeah, see, bud, your bed is right there. Go to sleep. You're so tired and drowsy. It's so very late. Does this have to be like a block lower or something for him to pathfind to it? There we go. That should be where that all needs to be. So unless we have some sort of disaster, this should be working now once I remove that block there and then those two trapdoors. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And it worked. I just saw our first iron golem end up over here, and here we have our drops from it, and that should be number 2. So both farms are now working. So we are going to be churning out the iron. I don't know if it's necessarily quite as fast as the other one I had, because those golems would get pushed into a tube and then they would fall out of range of the villagers, which these ones are in range of the villagers 100% of the time up until up until they die. However, on the one above ground, it did take the golems kind of a while to get pushed outside of the villager detection range. So this one actually may end up being faster. I'm not 100% sure, but it should be pretty comparable. And I was already using 2 zombies, so it's like I was literally using the exact same amount of resources. And there we go. We can see both of them. It's gonna just start churning them out. I ended up putting a single chest down underneath here, but that is going to quickly become overwhelmed, I believe. But it is fine. We have a good collection of iron already in storage. So I believe it is time now for us to start working on some other farms in the meantime. And look at that. It is actually the next day. I was up late last night and I tore down the iron farm. I tore down the pumpkin farm and have rebuilt the pumpkin farm down below in our farm area. So let's head down there and check it out. I just think this area is already looking so much nicer without those 2 eyesores over here. And we are going to do something to landscape the area and make this look even better, which I'm very excited for. But first, let's head downstairs and see what we have going on. First things first, I installed a water elevator to make it a little bit easier to get up and down. And then coming out into here, we have the melon farm and the pumpkin farm right next to each other. I built a little silo for the melon farm because the melons were actually taking up all the storage in the chest. I had both of them feeding into one chest. Eventually what I plan on doing is just having both of these hoppers feed into a single dropper, and they go into a water stream, and then all the items get taken to a central storage area. You can see our water elevator that I've been playing around with decorating a little bit, and I think this is how I'm going to decorate the entire underground here. I'm going to sort of build up a little bit of a rib and like naturalize the whole area surrounding all the individual farms, which is kind of one of the reasons why I want a central storage area, so I can, you know, keep the decoration like nice and really tight. And I'm going to try and get a little bit of a flow between everything. You can see we're on one level 47, so we have about 7 blocks that we can go down for our paths in between the different farms, and we can obviously go up a little bit as well. One thing that I've also been doing is I've been digging out the area a little bit more. So right under here is about where our villager trading hall is, and I think right above us is actually where the breeder is. So I think we're going to start sending the villagers down somewhere over here, and we're going to start getting them in place with our micro farms of wheat, potatoes, and carrots. And then over, I believe on this back wall, we're going to have to dig this out some, but I think this is where we're going to have our villager trading modules. So we're actually slightly running out of time, so I'm going to take care of the rest of this in a third-person time lapse, and I will see you guys on the other side. And for the most part, we are done. There's still a couple things I want to do, but those are going to be projects for another day. Two of those things are I want to decorate this hallway, and we're going to add more stuff down there, but we are definitely not doing that in this episode. And then I want to finish creating a little bit more dynamic height contrast in the roof. I think it's a little bit flat, and I want to continue decorating the floor, just get maybe work out a little bit more decoration for it in general. But for other than that, it should be pretty much done. So over here we have all of our items that we're producing in the farm. We're producing watermelon slices, pumpkin, potatoes, carrots, wheat, beets, iron, bone meal, and poppies. And then we're trading just about all of this stuff with our farmer villagers. All of them are leveled up to the master trade. And eventually we're going to get a zombie down here, but we don't really need to do that right now. We're getting all the emeralds that we really need at the moment just by using their standard trades. And really, pumpkins and watermelons are the two things that are getting us through just about everything. So real quickly, I'm going to show you guys back here. So this is everything that we're covering up. We have our pumpkin and melon farm, and I tore down the silo. And now those just go into a hopper, which goes into a dropper, and there's a water stream that runs underneath everything into our item sorter. And then over here, we have our iron and our poppies come in this water stream here, and it follows along this wall. And underneath all four of these micro farms, we have a hopper string underneath these dirt blocks. So the way these farms work is the farmer plants a seed, the observer detects that a seed has been planted, which powers this redstone, which powers the dispenser, which bone meals it. When the plant grows, the observer detects it again, and it keeps doing that in a circle until the plant is completely grown. Then the farmer picks up or harvests the plant, and then his inventory fills up and he drops it, which lets it in through the system. So the only thing with these farms is that we do need bone meal, which I've been running them while I've been building this whole thing, so all of them are currently out of bone meal. And then the one difference is beets. Beets only have a 75% chance of growing when you bone meal it. So I worked around the redstone a little bit. So every time the observer detects the beet planting or growing, it ultimately fires 3 ticks, or three pulses to bone meal the seeds 3 times. And then over here we have an ethos hopper clock, a tileable version of an ethos hopper clock. So we can turn this on, and every time this moves, it will repulse 1 time. So if our initial 3 pulses don't actually get a growth, which is rare but possible, so then this will just continually keep pulsing until it does grow and the system essentially restarts. But we don't have to run that the whole time, especially if there's not bone meal in there. So there is one more thing that I'd like to show you guys, and that is the item sorter. However, we're sort of running out of time for today, and in order to properly explain it, I'd like to actually build it out so you guys can see what's happening. So that is something that I think we're going to have to save for the next episode. But I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and if you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and I will see you guys next time.